I think PM has made it quite clear, that this one is something that we should take our time to analyse and to see how we react. So from a government point of view, we set up a special committee headed by PM, and then we will look at the impacts and what we need to do to support as necessary. But more importantly, working together also with our Asean partners to see how we can build resilience within the system. We have to also recognize that we will have to engage. We have to engage to see how we can get to a better outcome. And so I think that's the objective, and MITI is taking the lead in terms of approaches of how we deal with the US in this instance.
So this depending on the GDP?
I think Bank Negara and so on are looking at the data today. Again, as you're all aware, the tariff announcements was last week. At the moment, it's also the first salvo that actually went out. So as we go in, we talk, we discuss, this may change. As the outcomes change, I think the GDP also will be re-established based on what's the final outcome. One should not be too quick to take decision and do rash things along the way. Again, the difference again for Malaysia is I think we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic. This is a challenging environment for the globe. But practical minds, calm minds will actually help us pave a way forward that we will get to a better state.
Is 5% still achievable in 2025 for Malaysian economy? And will you use ringgit devaluation as a tool to face Trump's tariff?
I think the reality is, as I said earlier, we are looking at what's the final outcome will be. If the final outcome is going to be a lot more challenging, then like any normal country, we will address the growth estimates for the future. But for the moment, we are still working through the analysis, and we're still working through in discussions with the US and also with our regional partners in terms of looking at diversification, looking at things that we can do together to build a better pace forward. And when that's addressed, then I think we will adjust the growth, whether positive or negative accordingly. Ringgit, I think Malaysia has always had an open economy, and the objective of Bank Negara is to keep a stable market, so that there is price stability in the market and we can manage that portion. And we've seen volatility before, but ultimately a stable, predictable environment allows trade to prosper in a better form. I think that's our focus at this point in time.
In the previous expectations, you were expecting appreciation for ringgit in 2025 to be like a 3 against dollar, but there's now big change after Trump's tariff. So any range you're expecting for 2025?
I think the reality, I don't think anybody made a projection that it's going to be 3 or whatever it is. Again, the key mandate for Bank Negara is to keep...
Bloomberg interviews.
No. At the end of the day, the key mandate of Bank Negara is to provide price stability in the market. To provide an environment where businesses can operate. And I think that will continue to be Bank Negara's mandate, and they will operate along that line. All right? Thank you.